One, camera up.
Good evening and welcome to the first annual OCMA virtual celebration. We're happy you're here with us. Allison, I'm Terry Kennedy, I'm the co-chair, and
I'm Allison Hoven. And Terry, what's that mask you're wearing?
I'm giving a scream.
I think you've got the wrong one on.
Well, I just happen to have another one. Let's try this one. What do you think?
Much better, because we're celebrating OCMA tonight.
You bet.
But since we're at a safe social distance, we're going to take off our masks for our program so we can better deliver this program to you this evening.
We are so happy you're with us, and we thank all of you for your generous support. You know, you're all our friends, so you know how we had to really think, pull together, create, come together, and we have. So to you, we'd like to toast you and welcome you tonight.
Welcome and cheers.
We have a great committee. They were over 40 people who actively cared about the culmination of tonight. And we thank you all. And we particularly would like to thank our honorary chairs, Jennifer Segerstrom and Jennifer Vanberg. We could not have done it without you. Oh, wait. Do you hear the phone ringing?
I think I do.
Oh, I think it's Craig Wells from Hawaii. Aloha, Craig.
Aloha, Craig.
Thank you, Terry and Allison. And to all on the committee, a big thanks to you for producing the virtual gala. And for you that are viewing in, thank you for your support by participation tonight. This is a pivotal time for the museum. In the midst of all the COVID reality, we're building a new building. We're reaching out to the community with virtual programming. And whenever we can, whenever we're allowed, we'd like to greet the public face-to-face at OCMA Expand, our temporary facility. But we have a lot of momentum, thanks in no small part to your participation and support. Much appreciated. So enjoy the evening, good luck on the drawings, and cheers. Back to you, Terry and Allison.
Aloha, Craig, and thanks a million for all the nice words. We have some really nice sponsors and important sponsors to us, and we'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank Gucci tonight, Aston Martin tonight, South Coast Plaza.
And all of our in-kind sponsors as well, Baccarat, Patina, and Silver Oak Winery. And thank you for your incredible support.
Kidding.
I mean, we couldn't do this without you.
Our media partner, Riviera Magazine. Thank you so much. So we're going to start tonight with our very first raffle, and we wish you all luck. It's going to be the Gucci bag, and I hope you have your card so you can kind of see the different prizes. Okay, you want to put your hand in or should I?
I think I'll draw the first one.
Okay,
so
go girl, go.
Who's going to be the lucky winner of the Gucci satchel?
I heard it's Terry Kennedy.
Terry Kennedy, we'll see.
Yeah.
No, the lucky winners are Donald and Karen Everts.
Yay!
Congratulations!
They're
wow.
great supporters of the museum. It's a good
Thank
call.
you. Congrats.
Well, you know we're in a temporary location. We have a brand new location around the corner starting 2021, and I know you're going to care and want to be there. But your money tonight goes to our projects, our classes, our docent program, and everything we do. We'd like to introduce to you tonight OCMA's Expand programs.
At any given time here at OCMA Expand, you can see some of the most interesting artists working today and engage with the ideas that they're exploring.
The show at OCMA is titled Father Crosses the Ocean. The show was spurred by my father's Alzheimer. So I wanted to think about his life, the memory of somebody, and I was thinking about his identity, and he, as an Asian man, being a Christian minister, and also that identity kind of slipping away. I wanted to investigate that, and using porcelain was very important because of the history of porcelain. I was looking at the history of porcelain trade, and then the chinoiserie, history of chinoiserie is something that was happening in Europe. Chinoiserie is actually a European aesthetic influenced by the Chinese aesthetic. So I thought the chinoiserie as an idea is very interesting because as I was looking at my own life and my father's life, It is very much of a chinoiserie of these two different cultural, it's instead of an aesthetic now, it's more of a cultural values or religious values, kind of all mixed in. And I think it happens to all immigrants. So chinoiserie is a great example of this hybridity that happens when two cultures kind of mash into one. I think what was really amazing about working with ACMA was that there was this amazing support to do productions, financial support. So that gave me a lot of freedom to expand further and bigger than I would have done personally.
You know, the thing that's really special about our collection, it has not just important artists, but it has important works by these artists at really pivotal moments in their careers where they were really making their mark and coming into their own as artists. And that has continued to happen over the decades. And so I think that's what makes our collection special, is it is a real record of that.
Making our final transition to the Segerstrom Center for the Arts will be an even bigger platform and more visible platform in which to make a difference in the lives of our local community through art.
One of the exciting things about the design of the new building is the sense that is this sort of inviting, open place for both reflection and inspiration for exhibitions on the inside, but also to be able to spend time outside and in around the building. And so I hope that our larger Orange County community feels welcome there and wants to just come and spend time there.
When we think of Orange County having its new building in a central location, it's also really just showing our commitment to growing the community, where you don't have to necessarily go to Los Angeles or to New York or San Diego to be able to have a museum at this caliber in Orange County, in the central hub, is incredible.
Hi there, we're back, and let's make another toast. And I bet people are curious what we're drinking, the fine vintage. It's called water. But
Cheers for
we'll be
water.
celebrating later with you. So what's next?
What's up next is a very exciting raffle. We're going to raffle the Rauschenberg. Do you have that on our card?
I just happen to have a thumbprint of it.
Okay, there it is. So this is a beautiful original, or a lithograph, commissioned, a Rauschenberg lithograph, commissioned by the museum, and we're going to auction that off now.
And by the way, we were
Or
going to
we're going
show
to raffle it, I'm going to say.
We were going to show it. We intended to pick it up. It is so heavy.
Yeah,
We were not, it was not graceful.
We were not up to the challenge.
So we're going to draw a good name for a good home.
Okay. You want me to draw?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
And the lucky winners are, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I have to say, I hope you're watching from New York, Joyce and Doug Castle.
Congratulations.
You have a new Rauschenberg in your collections.
That is
wow.
so cool.
And a member of our New Now Next committee. How
Yes.
awesome is that?
We like
oh
that
my
a lot.
gosh. Super excited for them.
Do you want to do the next one too?
I think I will.
Okay, go girl.
So we're next up, we have a very special harbor cruise in Newport Harbor. It's a 4-hour cruise.
It's for 8 that many people.
Do you think we can go?
I think so.
Okay, now whoever wins this, we really want to go too. So
Our numbers are listed.
Yeah, you know where to find us. And this was graciously donated by the Find Group. So thank you so much for donating this beautiful yacht.
Okay, I will do it.
Okay, you do. Okay.
I want to do it because
Okay,
I want to
okay.
make sure I get to go. Okay, and tonight's winner, Gail and Edward Haft. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You're my new best friend.
Yeah. Oh, we love you. We really want to go on that cruise.
Congrats. Well, I'm going to talk about the next opportunity drawing, and it's the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. It's a brand new hotel. It's been open maybe a year and a half. It is a gorgeous hotel, and at the top of it, on the rooftop has a pool, and it has the most extraordinary view of all of Los Angeles. It is a golden opportunity to see LA at its best. So you're going to be very lucky, whoever the winner is.
Well, I hope we win it.
It'd be great.
We could book
Spa.
our spa, mani-pedi,
I'm in.
facial, and
I'm in.
massage. I mean, okay, I hope you win.
Okay, let's hope. Here we go. Go ahead. You want to read it?
Okay, I'm good. Oh my gosh, an incredibly lucky and wonderful winner and an exceptional supporter historically of the museum, Twyla Reed Martin.
Congratulations, Twyla.
Congratulations.
You're going to love the
Lucky
time.
girl. Okay.
This is a great time to remind you that this is a fundraiser and you've participated in it, but there's always room for a little more help. And if you will, you'll see the link below, and please feel free to click at any time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And right now, we'd like to take you into the studio of our honoree, our artist honoree this year, Corey Newkirk, who is an extraordinary artist. I hope you've had a chance to see the piece that we have in our collection because it really is special. Corey is just
He's amazing.
He's amazing. I wish I could think of other adjectives, and there are, trust me. Anyway, we're going to take you into his studio. You'll have a chance to meet him and see some of his work. Enjoy it.
Right now, I am joining you from my studio here in downtown Los Angeles. It's hot. It's like the hottest day of the year. It's awesome. Look at me. I'm all nice and sweaty. It is perfect. My connection to Orange County goes back a long way. Over 20 years ago, I moved out here to California to go to UC Irvine in 1995 and started attending events at the museum probably in 1995 as well, and have been a fan ever since. The 2004 biennial was a really amazing experience, and I got to show and share my work with the larger Orange County community, which has always been really important to me. I am so glad that you guys were able to acquire that piece, Hutch. It's really important to me. It's such a beautiful piece. It really speaks to the reasons why I was making those beaded curtains and why I continue to make them. With the beaded curtains, I was really trying to explore ideas of location, of place, and of the body, and really trying to talk about materials. The imagery tends to be the rural, the exurban, and the suburban. Those are places that I have direct experience in. My upbringing was between the rural central New York and the very urban of New York City. Here is a very rare behind-the-scenes look at the process with the beaded curtains. So behind me, we have the very loose cartoon drawing that is the basis for this potential curtain. And then the beads just get strung up from the bottom by hand, one at a time. To form the picture, which starts from the top and then appears from the top down. So there's a lot of swinging back and forth and constant negotiation between the beads, the braids, the image, and the source material and me. You know, it's a lot of experimenting goes on in here all the time. My studio is definitely a laboratory and a classroom and just a real fun place to experiment. This past week, I think I've worked on a curtain, I've worked on a painting, I've worked on a sculpture, I've worked on an addition, and I've also worked on photography. It's only Thursday, and already my fingers have been in a little bit of everything, and every week is like that. It's such a wonderful joy to be able to do that. I have been thinking about hair clippers for a long time. So a lot of my earlier work actually used hair, actual hair. The beaded curtains still use hair. I really like the idea that I came up with, which is basically a hair clipper made to look like it was a pink pearl eraser. So I like the idea of the clipper, which is actually erasing the hair on people's head. An ability to talk about that removal of identity, the change of identity, the transformation, new growth. There are so many different ways to read this object. right? I love the fact that I can make this thing and present it to people and give it to people and let you figure out how you want to live with that thing. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me today here downtown in my studio. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you, Orange County Museum of Art, for the 2020 gala. What else do I say? Open your checkbooks.
Welcome back. I love that tour of Corey's studio.
I love Corey. Oh my
He's
God.
fab. How about those pink glasses?
I like him a lot.
I think he kind of has a pink theme going on. What do you think?
We'll talk about it.
Well, since he's so fabulous, we'd like to honor him this year. We have this exquisite Baccarat award that Baccarat at South Coast Plaza beautifully made and donated to us. And it's inscribed to Corey Newkirk. And Corey, we're honored to honor you as our honoree this year for your exceptional talent and being a world-renowned artist from our own backyard. So congratulations, Corey.
And speaking about Corey, you had a chance to go into his studio, see his work, and he talked a little bit about the clippers and why they are so significant. It's a special edition that has been created for our museum, and tonight we'd like to draw a name and honor somebody with this wonderful, wonderful example of his work. Would you like to draw?
I think I will.
Okay, do it, girl.
Okay, another exciting winner coming right up. In this case, it's a couple again. The lucky winners of these fabulous Corey Newkirk clippers, limited edition, made just specially for our event, are Susan and Mike Achandy.
Couldn't be a better home. Enjoy it.
Congratulations.
So now we're going to take you and introduce you to two wonderful artists who have a long history at our museum, Ed Richet and Catherine Opie.
Awesome, I can't wait to see.
Wait until you meet them.
Name's Ed Richet, live in Los Angeles, and am here in my studio, and we're talking about the Orange County Museum of Art that is soon to be a reality. You know, I came here from Oklahoma after high school, and it was a very swanky place, and I love the vegetation, I love the action of the culture, and it kind of knocked me off my feet. There was some emerging ideas and artists with ideas, and institutions came along and sort of picked up the responsibility to bring the story to the public. The Balboa Pavilion was part of the early history of everything. I believe it was '77 that Newport Harbor Art Museum came to be, and it emerged from the Balboa Pavilion, I guess. So a lot of artists were beginning to get notice from Newport Harbor Art Museum, and it was away from the metropolitan center of LA, you know. So it wasn't just trying to, you know, show the history of art, but it focused a lot on what was happening today with contemporary art. If we have a museum like what's coming up here with Orange County, that's just going to expand the whole story. It's really a compelling design. It's going to be a very attractive element in people's idea of entertainment and where to go and what to see. And this is very ambitious and hopeful, and it's wonderful.
So my name's Catherine Opie. I'm an artist who lives in Los Angeles, and I have been living and working and thinking about Southern California probably since about 1975 when I moved out here from Ohio. And you know, when you come from growing up on Lake Erie all of a sudden to Poway, California, you kind of feel like you've moved into the middle of a John Wayne movie. Orange County Museum of Art, I had a very sizable survey show. They included for the first time, and I think the only time, my thesis body of work on the master plan community. I made Beau from Being and Having in 1989, and it was a series of my lesbian friends with fake mustaches on. But one of the interesting things that was happening at that period of time was an enormous amount of conversation around gender and identity. And so having Bo at Orange County Museum of Art is incredibly important in relationship to that kind of story of behind the orange curtain. Before that, I obviously, would go and visit Newport when it was the Newport Museum. So I've seen it through different kind of changing identity. I think it's a very important collection. And I think it's also a daring collection that kind of defined Southern California and artists from an Orange County perspective, which is often thought separately from Los Angeles as an identity. One of the things that is so impressive about moving Orange County Museum of Art to where it's being moved is the relationship to a cultural hub. I think it's a very interesting question these days about why we need museums. And we need museums to continue the larger discourses in relationship to society. Like, art allows us to be in touch with humanity.
Good evening. I'm Casey Ritz, president of the Segerstrom Center for the Arts. It is an honor and a pleasure to be part of this exciting moment in the history of two Orange County cultural organizations, the Orange County Museum of Art and Segerstrom Center for the Arts. From my experience in New York City with the restoration of Broadway's Helen Hayes Theater and the reopening of both the theater and second stage, I completely understand how excited you are tonight. For the center, you're completing a vision that began decades ago, and here we are, delighted to welcome our new neighbor. To the music, dance, theater, and the many other performing arts that have found a loving home, you are adding your incredible collection of visual arts. At last, we have a full 360-degree arts center. ACMA is more than just a traditional museum. First of all, Tom Main has created a magnificent architectural addition to the center campus. It has a wow factor that is off the charts. Tom's stunning new creation will be the setting for art of the past and art that is of today. Works that communicate visually who we are. All of us at the center are looking forward to working hand in hand on many collaborative programs that will dazzle our community and colleagues across the country. The museum opening will be the start of a new era for the center and Orange County. At last, Segerstrom Center for the Arts will be bustling with activity day and night. Campus-wide events and festivals, visitors from our community, their guests, and tourists from around the world. Congratulations to all of you, and I join my colleagues at the center in telling you we can't wait to discover the many treasures that we all know await us.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Catherine Opie and Ed Ruscha, fabulous to hear from them. And Catherine Opie, I've heard, is a professor at UCLA. She's so incredibly articulate. I love hearing her talk about the discourse and why museums are so important. That's so apropos for us today. And I also loved hearing from Casey Ritz, the director of the Segerstrom Center for the Arts. When we think about the completion of our museum and how this is the final puzzle piece that Henry Segerstrom envisioned, it's really incredible. So thank you all again for joining with us, for sticking with us and supporting this wonderful, wonderful evening and this wonderful moment in our history as we're completing our museum.
It's kind of exciting for us to be here tonight. It's off the cuff, and here we are. But we hope you're enjoying it. And again, anytime you can join us and see some of our programs, participate in our programs, you'll be surprised how much we do and how much we give to the community. Imagine right now if you could hop on that plane and go right to Las Vegas, or hop on that plane and have a wonderful dinner in San Francisco.
I'm in.
I'm in. We'd all like to hop on a plane. But how about hopping on your private plane, the Jet Suite X? So right now we're going to do a raffle drawing for 2 tickets. Here we go.
Round trip, Terry, round trip.
I'm kind of excited. I'm in. I'd go.
Okay, I'm going to read this one. Terry kind of wadded up this one. It's going to be hard to read. Okay. Oh, congratulations, Steve and Kimberly Rausch.
Oh,
I do believe that he is the bean counter for the board. Is he not?
He is. He is our treasurer. You're right.
Treasurer.
Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations. That's exciting.
Our next raffle is also a very special experience. It's the Lapeer Hotel in West Hollywood. And we had the good fortune of going a couple years ago when it was brand new, had dinner there, an extraordinary Italian dinner. So I think whoever wins, and I'm counting on me, whoever wins, I think we'll have a great time. So Allison, you draw and draw my name, okay?
Okay. Now I'm really hoping to get Terry's name.
Me too.
There's a lot of tickets in there. Okay. And the winner is Ashley Patterson.
Congratulations, Ashley, and I'm available if you need someone to go with.
Absolutely, like we're in.
We're
At least
in.
maybe for the dinner, you know, that'd be
That's
great.
true.
Okay.
Enjoy. Congratulations.
And
We have one more. It's
one
our last.
more.
Our last.
Our last one, and we've kind of saved one of the best for the last, at least the one that I was super excited about. It's the John Baldessari, another special lithograph that was done exclusively for the museum. And we know we can see that on our card here. If you can see that right there. Pretty fab with those hearts. So Terry, you draw.
Okay.
Now draw my name on this one.
Promise.
I hope I win this. I really
can't-
love it.
I started to say I promise, but I can't.
Oh,
Wouldn't
no
be
problem.
fair.
We got a lot in the raffle.
Okay. Julia Holland, congratulations. You're a proud owner of a new, beautiful, limited edition lithograph. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So,
wow.
would you like to introduce this?
Oh, this is so exciting. This is a wonderful segment where we're going to take you inside the museum with Tom Main and Brandon, the head of the project for the museum. I think you're going to love this view.
We're James and Noella Bergener, and we love the OCMA. And how do we get roped into this thing?
I don't know, but it always starts with the parties. So
Yeah,
there are some great parties.
Oh, that's right. We've been going to those galas, and they were
Exactly,
amazing.
Exactly.
That's right.
So any excuse to dress up, but then also you find out more about the artists. You find out more about the
Right.
work that they do for the community.
And then with the new museum project coming on board, it was like, oh yeah,
It's
we can do this.
excitement. And to understand the philanthropy and understanding your community and supporting the arts is something that I want my great-great-grandchildren to inherit. So I think we're heading in the right direction for that. And let's do something that really matters. Let's do something that really is going to make it into the history books.
Yeah, it would be a shame to have the opportunity to do something now, and then 5 years from now go like, I should have done that. I should have jumped in.
Just being able to be a part of something so extraordinary is definitely quite the blessing.
My name is Brandon Welling. I'm the managing partner with Morphosis Architects. So the final design of the museum as it's envisioned right now really came mostly from the context of the campus itself. What we realized really early in that process is that the building is really a building in the round, right? Meaning that people are approaching from all directions. So we don't have, even though the building has a front that's facing the plaza, traffic flows coming in from all sides. When we were talking about the project, what we really kind of realized is that all we did was essentially like lift up the site and insert a museum underneath it, right? So that public plaza that is facing the front of the museum between the concert halls is really just an extension up onto the building itself. On the inside, what we tried to do is create gallery space that was very functional and flexible, but also reinforce this kind of openness to the surroundings. So we have like a gallery that's along Avenue of the Arts, essentially, so you're getting some kind of views in and out. So it's a very public building, a very community-oriented building. The use of the terracotta for the exterior facade of the museum is definitely a unique application of that material. We're really kind of pushing the material in terms of the boundaries of what has been done with it. So being on the site today was really inspiring because it's a great time to be here. Most of the steel is going up right now, and you can really start to feel the size of the spaces and the kind of portions of the building relative to the site and the kind of the concert hall and the existing context.
Hi, I'm Tom Main. I'm your architect. I think like many public projects, they're by their nature complicated, both in their cultural mission and in their redefinition of the direction of the museum, in this case, that takes place when you're expanding. Just looking at this institution as being something, again, that's part of the growth of an urban kind of area. And I have to say, I'm as the architect anyway, I'm extremely pleased with the final solution. It's a raised public plaza and landscape. And just about not a building. We've come up with a kind of a new type. It's just about an anti-building, not counting one kind of element that comes up at the front. And that we're anticipating people are going to be sitting on the stairs like they are in those spaces, having a sandwich and watching people move, etc. Because it should be a place where you hang out. It should be definitely conducive to young people. And then, of course, inside-outside for us has always been singular. And as it moves to the inside, it's going to move in a bias. It doesn't do this, like a piece of fabric. And you're going to see that bias. It's going to be very fabric-like. And it's, I think, going to be very, very soft. And it's going to handle light beautifully. It's going to be new to me. I can't wait. I'll be here in seconds when they start the interior of that space.
My name's Anton Segerstrom. ACMA has always been known for innovation, and the new facility will take us to a new level with a state-of-the-art building that will be unsurpassed in Orange County. Being central in Orange County, again, it's a great opportunity for us to access underserved communities, and the support that's being created tonight will fund that, fund the educational outreach and help with the exhibitions. So it's really a great gift to the whole community of Orange County.
It's just going to be a world-class place that we can all visit and enjoy and get a lot out of.
When the museum originally closed back in March for the initial wave of quarantine, we quickly hit the ground running and thinking about how can we still serve our audiences during this time. We created a whole slate of original virtual programs that allow people to engage with art, engage with creativity and our collection, but from the comfort of their home. We've been able to offer everything during this time for free. And the only reason we're able to do that is through the generosity of our donors and supporters. The gala is our only and most important fundraiser of the year, and it's incredibly worthwhile that the proceeds go toward making the exhibitions and the programs here possible.
My hope is that the exhibitions and programs that we do will continue to be a driver of inspiration for our audience and give them a space where they can meet new perspectives and get fresh takes on old ones.
These donations are imperative to let younger visitors and people who are interested in the museum and want to refine their culture and understanding of the art world, having such a loyal donor base to support that is super important for the longevity of the museum and the evolution of the museum. I think the goal is to get us engaged early so that we can eventually be those donors that are on the board and committing to the capital campaign and being a part of this huge, huge, huge building of this structure that's going to be so iconic in Orange County forever.
As you go through life, you don't have many opportunities to be part of something this large that matters so much to the community and will be seen so importantly in the future. You know, it's a great opportunity for those who want to get involved and really make a mark in Orange County. It's a unique opportunity. We really need your support now. It's a critical time in the campaign.
Good evening. Terry and Allison were nice enough to let me jump in to say hello to all of you and to personally thank you for your support of the museum tonight, especially at this time amidst a global pandemic and at a time when the museum has tremendous momentum. Your support is so meaningful in allowing us to do everything that we do for our community, and I truly can't thank you enough. I also wanted to take this moment to thank our charming and delightful hosts, Terry and Allison, who I think will go down in museum history for navigating and successfully chairing one of the most unique and interesting galas we probably have ever had in our history and probably ever will. So tonight we're going to close the program with a message from our sponsors, Gucci and Aston Martin. We're going to recognize our generous supporters, all of you, and then we will close out the evening. So in the meantime, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wish you a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you in the galleries.
wanted more. Watch me be relentless.
Get this up.